All right, welcome back to the Rich Eisen Show. Most receptions by a rookie running back in a single season. Most 100 yards, at least, games from scrimmage by a rookie. We can go on and on and on. You wonder why my next guest had such a great first season. Well, the eye test says he has a God-given talent. Old Spice would say he was properly moisturized and exfoliated when he was running the football and catching it for the New York Football Giants. Good to see you, Saquon Barkley. Yeah. Good to see you.
Yeah.
How are you? Oh, that's an applause line as well. How are you?
Doing good. Doing good. Right now, here, representing Old Spice. I think you said it best.
Okay.
But just here talking about the new Fresher collection with real ingredients, real benefits, all that good stuff.
Look at you.
And it smells amazing, too.
It does. Does it? Hold on a minute. Now, you have the product right here.
You got it?
I got it. I'll reach right there. I have the product right here, which, by the way, Old Spice is, they got it. Look, they're beaming. Look, I'm holding the product. We're talking about the product. And I don't want it for free. I'm just going to, I'm going to give it the smell test here. Oh, that does smell very good.
Real ingredients in there.
It smells real. It smells like it hasn't been put together by some form of machine or anything like that. It feels like you've picked whatever fruits are in there personally,
Exactly.
Saquon. That's what it feels like. Why were you playing defense at the Pro Bowl? What are you doing, man?
Having fun. Enjoying it, you know. You don't know how many times you're going to get back there. I know multiple people in the league that have only ever been there once or never been there before.
Okay.
So I'm a guy who just live in a moment and went back to my high school roots. I never was a defensive end, played a little outside linebacker. Got to pass pressure, by the way.
In high school?
No, in the Pro Bowl.
In the game?
In the Pro Bowl.
Is it on the stat sheet?
I hope so. I didn't check the stat sheet. I hope so. Deshaun Watson was 0-2 when I was in the game. Just to let you know.
Oh, my gosh.
Maybe the Giants, you know, I can get a little package in there or something.
He just left, unfortunately. Otherwise, I'd pass that smack talk.
Oh, yeah.
Can you look, Brockman, at
Sure.
the stat sheet to make sure Saquon Barkley got the pass pressure that he's so proud of? Let me ask you while he's looking that up. Did you hear from Shermer or anybody saying, why are you playing defense in this game? Did you hear it all from them?
No. Obviously, they know that I'll be smart and I won't put myself in harm's way. It was just going out there having fun, try to put on a show for the fans.
Okay.
And like I said, just living the moment and just having a blast.
See, the fact that you did not hear from your coach or owners means you've got some juice in this league, Saquon Barkley. You know, I'm just helping you out right now. You've got some juice. Why? All I hear from rookies in the 16-plus years that I've done the NFL Network is that the speed of the game is tough to adjust to. It seems like you were able to adjust to it. Is that an appropriate reaction?
You know, yeah. Everyone say the speed is different, and you know, I've been quoted saying I don't believe in that. If you run a 4.3, you run a 4.3. If you run a 4.4, you run a 4.4. No matter if it's in college or if it's in the NFL, your speed obviously it changes with time and with age. But if you run a 4.3, you run a 4.3. I would say just the difference is the preparation that you actually get to put in. In college, you got so much schoolwork. In the NFL, you have nothing but time to put in preparation. And you got guys like Luke Kuechly who can come up and call your play sometimes just off what he see off film and his scout reports.
That happened to you?
Did it happen this year?
Okay.
I don't know with us, but I remember seeing like his NFL top 100 or something like that.
Thank you for watching NFL Network, by the way, Saquon. Thank you for that promotion.
And I seen him doing that. So they just react and the scheme and the defense, and they know where they need to be. So that's quicker. So you have to, you know, be better in your preparation and your studying of film, so you can be a step ahead also too. It's not the speed that's a difference. Sorry,
that's okay. You can manhandle the microphone like you did defenses. That's fine. So if I'm not mistaken, I also saw picked up by an NFL Films, Mike, you calling your own play in a way where you realized, I forget which team was it again. Was it the Redskins? Washington, where you realized what a defense. The front that you were seeing, that if you saw it again, let's do this play, and you took it to the house.
Yeah, it wasn't so much of me calling the play. The coach called the play and put us in a great position. It was just me just communicating with the offensive line. I think that's a big thing in sports and football, and especially in my position to be successful. Communication with the offensive line and what they're seeing, what I'm seeing up front. And I was seeing how the defense was attacking me, what they were trying to do, and I was trying to lean and set them up one way. And I was telling Jamon, if you would be able to hook him, then I would be able to just be one-on-one with the safety, and I'll take care of that. And that's what you got to do as a running back. You know, you got to win your one-on-ones. Sometimes people are going to make some tackles, but you got to win most of them.
Saquon Barkley here on the Rich Eisen Show, care of Old Spice and the New York Football Giants here on the show. Is it true your dad's a Jet fan?
Yes, I mean, such a Jets fan that he has a Jets tattoo right here.
Oh, my gosh. When did he get that ink? Was he inspired by Richard Todd's play in the 70s? or was it Ray Lucas in the 90s that caused your dad to get that ankle? What was it? Do you know the story?
So the big thing about my dad and being a Jets fan, and I was once a Jets fan, now definitely a Giants fan. 1969.
I'm sorry, I grew up a Jet fan, and go on.
Yeah, 1969, the first AFC team won the Super Bowl, the year my dad was born in New York. Growing up, everyone loved the Giants probably a little bit more. So he kind of just went the other way, being a Giants fan, and kind of passed it on to me. So I grew up being a fan of Curtis Martin, Thomas Jones, Chad Pennington, the Mark Sanchez era with Rex Ryan and those guys. So I think he kind of got it probably maybe like when the Mark Sanchez era was going. I don't think he did it because of that.
Sure.
He always had a passion. He always wanted to do it. And one day he just made up his mind. He said he's going to put a Jets tattoo right here.
I don't know what I'm freaking out about more. The fact that you could be a Jet, you were living and dying with the Jets while I was living and dying with the Jets, or that your dad and I were born in the same year and you could be my son. And I've got a 10, almost 8, and a 5 at home. And this is not about me. It's about you, Saquon. But so was your dad disappointed that the Jets didn't take you?
No. My dad was happy that, he seen his son living his dream.
Or didn't get a chance to take you?
Oh, yeah. But he was happy, just like I was saying, his son, him and my mother, very fortunate to have both parents in my life. I've always went to them and told them what I want to do and what I'm passionate about, and they always give me great advice and try to show me the way of what I got to do to get to my dream and live out my dream. So when I got my name called, it could have been the Patriots, it could have been whoever, and my dad and parents are going to be happy for. Obviously, my dad probably would like me to be going to the Jets, but being close to home, being in New York, I can't ask for nothing better.
Yeah, and for me to say this, that it was, I'm disappointed you weren't a Jet. Also, could be construed that I'm not happy that Sam Darnold was the one who was taken by the Jets, and obviously he's very good. Mm-hmm. I'm wondering how you respond to this, but I'll ask it anyway. I can kind of figure it out, but I'll ask it anyway. You heard the conversation throughout the season that Giants fans should have taken Eli's replacement. That's what they were saying. The Giants should have taken Eli's replacement instead of you. How do you respond to something like that?
The way I was raised, my parents said there's people that's always gonna have something good to say about you, and there's people that's always gonna have something bad to say about you. So I don't really get bothered by that comment. My mindset is that it is what it is, and the Giants took me. I have my own expectations and my own standards, and I'm gonna come in there every single day ready to work and try to lead my team to a championship. Okay, and a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being very sane, 10 being crazy. Where does Odell wind up on that scale of 1 to 10? Saquon. Odell's Odell. That's not a number. Yeah. I can't even give you a number. I couldn't even give you a number on that one. Let me see. Craziness. He just passion. He's just a passionate person. I'm talking about on the field, off the field. Very loving, hard worker. There's so many good things I gotta say about him, but the best thing I could say about him is he's one of the first guys when I kind of came through the draft process that kind of took me under the wing and kind of showed me the ropes. He'd been through it all. He's seen it all, and he knew what I was going to go through. So definitely fortunate enough to have him as the best friend in my life. See, that's why you're so good for the New York market. You handled both of those questions deftly. Very well done. Thank you. I appreciate that. You can run and catch pretty much. Yeah. So, I mean, in Brockman, Chris Brockman over there, you can answer this question. With Odell, as soon as he came off the campus of LSU, man love, right?
We were very smitten.
Well, we being the royal we, you and I together. But I mean,
together, that's what I mean.
You know what I mean? Like that. In terms of collegiately, over the last several years, who would that be for me?
Collegiately? Saquon Barkley.
That's a fact. Oh. That's a fact.
I watch the show. You give me a lot of praise.
No, if you have seen that, right?
I'm shocking because you're in Michigan.
Well, look. Why would that be shocking? I mean, we're
Big Ten. You're right.
We're Big Ten.
Yeah, Big Ten.
You talked about how the speed of the game in the NFL did not faze you. That's understandable coming from the Big Ten.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You're right. I go against Michigan defense, Ohio State defense.
No, don't talk about that defense. There's one defense we were talking about right here.
I forgot.
By the way, I know we're in SEC country where it means so much more to all the fans that are here. Pardon me. I'm appreciative of all you folks from Atlanta showing up here, but the SEC, come on. Right?
I can talk about that all day.
I know. I could. There is a southeast bias when it comes to college football, right?
I believe that my personal opinion. There's a lot of great teams in college, but when you separate the top tier SEC teams and separate the top tier, the Big Ten teams.
Yes.
I think in the last 4 or 5 years, obviously with the exception of Alabama.
And Clemson as well. I mean, there's Clemson fans here as well.
I mean, oh, yeah, definitely Clemson. I would say, Big Ten is, if not better, just as good.
How much do you hate Ohio State? Do you hate Ohio State more than Michigan? Let's be honest.
I hate them all,
here.
actually. I hate them all. I don't understand, because obviously I didn't go to Ohio State or Michigan, but we don't got the hate for those two teams the way you guys got hate for each other.
So are you jealous of our hate for each other?
No. See, I feel like you got something that's cool about Penn State. I'm we kind of like to hold hold our head up high, we're Penn State. People want to be our rivals, but we don't mind. I guess you could kind of say Ohio State has kind of came into that, because the last 3 or 4 games we had with Ohio State, either last-second plays or 2-minute drives for a win or a blocked field goal. Probably in the last 3 years, top 10 games in college football. So definitely got no hate, just mutual respect. But
I thought Akron's your rival. I thought that's what your coach said.
Akron. Well,
right?
we keep everyone.
Super Bowl,
we say everyone's equivalent to a team like Akron. That's our mindset. The Super Bowl, whoever we face that week, Coach Franklin does a great job.
You are so good at this. James Franklin, that whole thing right there. So, okay, a couple more questions for you, Saquon. I'm going to see Trace McSorley at the Combine, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And everybody's talking about undersized quarterbacks. Baker did this, and we're talking about Kyler Murray. How come we're not talking about Trace in the NFL? What do you think here?
I think, everyone's going to say what they want to say. Like I said, people are going to say good things and bad things about you. And you can say what you want to say about Trace. But one thing I can say about Trace is he's a competitor. I'm not even talking about a winner. I'm talking about a competitor. And at the end of the day, when you see the NFL, I'd rather surround myself with guys who are going to compete no matter what, no matter if we're down 30 or we're up 30, if we're 3-13 or we're 13-3. That shows who you really are. And he showed that time after time after time in college, being hurt, playing through injuries. Everyone always saying that through his whole life, he can't do this, he can't do that, and proven wrong. And I'm a firm believer in Trace McSorley, and I believe that once he gets to NFL, no matter where he gets drafted, whether it's high, whether it's not, when he gets on the team, he's going to prove himself.
Well, and though, he pulls that home run routine in the NFL, someone's going to come high and tight. He's going to get a brushback pitch if he does something like that.
I mean, they did a little bit in college, but he'll do it more than he'll do it, trust me.
Okay. And did you have an aha moment, welcome to the NFL? Because, again, it seemed like you handled it so expertly. Did you have one of those moments where, okay.
Yeah, I had a couple. One, the first game of the year, you're going against the Jacksonville defense, who's one of the best defenses in the league, or definitely coming from the prior season to that.
Yep.
You got Calais Campbell, Melvin Smith, Jalen Ramsey, and so on and so on. You see those guys, and to be able to have success against them in that game. And then probably my hit, welcome to the NFL hit, was J.J. Watt. We were running a counter play to the left, and he beat one of our guys to the right. So, just visualize that. We're going to the left. He beats the guy to the right and hits me at the same time when I'm getting the ball. So I was just like, wow, that's impressive. And then the best moment was AP, to have that moment after the game and for him to take the time.
Adrian Peterson.
Yeah, to look me in the eye just as a man and just me being a big fan of him and him being a fan of my game and telling me that all the greats out there wants me to go be the best and go do it, and they're rooting for me, meant so much to me.
And then you were properly moisturized and exfoliated the entire season.
Properly, yeah, definitely.
What's with the fanny pack that you got right there?
It's the new thing. I'm trying it. You ever see Rock with the turtleneck, the Rock picture with the turtleneck and the fanny pack?
Sure.
I'm trying to obviously the fanny pack coming. I'm trying to come back with my own style.
So the Saquon fanny pack?
Yeah, Saquon fanny pack. Yeah. And I'm a bigger dude. So when you look at fanny packs, it probably fits better on skinnier guys. So I'm trying to show us muscular guys we can do that too.
So yeah, I mean I had no idea, Mike. I mean, would you?
Yeah, I was a fanny pack guy.
Would you mind before you go? Can he try on the fanny pack?
Of course.
It's not going to fit around me.
Of course.
I mean,
it's adjustable.
Yeah, you can adjust it.
Yeah, but I guarantee you that's not an XXL fanny pack.
I don't know. I mean, I think we can give that a try for sure.
I think we should.
Hey, Saquon, thanks for coming on. Old Spice. I got the Old Spice moisturized with shea butter. Body wash. They are real ingredients. You can see them right here on the I guess the cover of it, right on the front of it. At Saquon on Instagram and Twitter as well. I follow you. I just don't know if I get a follow back.
Wow.
I mean,
I could do that. I got you. I think I do, actually. I'm not sure. but I think I do.
Did he get his pass? Did he get his pass rush? Did we know
Oh
that?
no, I'm actually watching the hit J.J. Watt put on you.
Oh, wow. Now you see how impressive that is.
Yeah,
right?
I mean,
It's ridiculous.
he basically took the handoff.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Wow. Well, that's a hell of a baptism, though. I mean, if you're going to get one in the NFL, that's no better guy to baptize you. Great to see you, Saquon.
Yeah.
Been a fan for a while. Great to have you on the show. Don't be a stranger.
Of course, appreciate it.
That's Saquon Barkley, everybody, right here on the Rich Eisen Show.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.